Kieran really noticed in our MMA match how much like jiu-jitsu changes when you get punched. And I told him that exact thing. I told him like, you'll see very clearly how like you do not want to be in the bottom in MMA. And you can see it also in the video. Like he just looks kind of lost, which obviously it's his first time sparring MMA. So I don't mean that like negatively, you know what I mean? It's like, it's obvious. And so like, yeah, I think if you watch that match and also understand that Kieran is a very good blue belt, you'll see that, jiu-jitsu isn't the best for self-defense, you know, and sometimes that pisses people off, but like, yeah, it's great if you're on top, but if you're on the bottom, it's better to not have it. But at the same time, yeah, he's fighting like a trained fighter. Someone's been, you know, doing MMA for a long time, but like, you don't know when you're fighting someone on the streets, you know, if they train or whatnot. You just have to hope that they don't.
Would you say that the best, if you had to pick one for self-defense, would be wrestling and boxing? If you could combine wrestling and boxing, or just train MMA? If you want to learn self-defense, don't go like, you know, you see these, like I think Gracie Jiu-Jitsu has their own system and stuff like that, which is, if you really look at it, fucking garbage. I don't care what anybody says. I've looked at it. It's terrible.
Yeah, well, I don't think people should even debate what's the best martial art for self-defense. You should just train MMA. Like MMA is fighting, you know, it's the closest thing you can get to it. Well, I mean, if I were to pick just one, I'd pick wrestling for sure, because you can dictate, you know, where the match is going to take place. And realistically, when you take someone down, they're going to get hurt most likely, you know, in a street fight situation. Like you do a double leg, or you do like a hip throw, or you like a suplex. But the issue with that is you might kill them by accident. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I mean, you do neutralize the threat. And in some fights, I mean, if it's like a fight where it's like they're trying to kill you, that might
life
be,
and death.
Yeah. I mean, that might be a very good thing. Right. So, but you don't want to be like, oh, you know, this guy, like, you know, he like spilt his drink on me, or he hit my shoulder or whatever. Now I'm going to go outside and I'm going to suplex him and kill him. You know what I mean?
No, I knew a guy who did that. He was a bouncer at a bar. He pushed a guy out of the bar. The guy hit his head, died. And he spent the next, I don't know, 5 years in house arrest and 3 years in jail before that. So it can happen that quick.
And then we preach all the time, don't get in fights, and you still see these people commenting, oh, you know, like whatever. Like, come on, guys, don't get in fights.
No, stay out of fights.
I know all our listeners know that.